What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Sunday watch list. I'm gonna make this one as short as possible. Hopefully, right? I say that and then I'll be talking for a long time, but I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. Um, because we have FOMC Wednesday, right? I can give you guys a game plan for what could potentially happen from Monday through Wednesday. After Wednesday, the market can completely shift and change, but I will still give you guys a scenario for what can happen after the FOMC meeting. So let's just get right into it, right? Let's get into the economic data. Monday, nothing much. Tuesday, we have consumer confidence at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard, 10 a.m. Eastern. The important day, Wednesday, FOMC, right? I think the market right now looks like it can start, right? We just pushed all-time highs on SPY. We haven't pushed all-time highs on Qs. There are still some names that are showing strength, but some names are starting to show weakness as well. So we're like in that area right now. And then earnings are coming up. These next 2 weeks, so many things can change. But if I'm looking at the market right now, we broke all-time highs on SPY and we just ended up closing below it on Friday. With the FOMC meeting coming up, this is going to be huge. So I'm expecting Monday and Tuesday to potentially be slow going into Wednesday. That's why this game plan this week, I'm just going to be focusing on some key levels, which we'll get into as soon as we get into the charts. But this FOMC meeting is going to be interesting because Trump just demanded interest rates to go lower, right? He's demanding interest rates to go lower. And in a way, that is very bullish for the market, but in the long run, that is not good. In the long run, that is not good, right? And I can explain it, but that'll take me forever. Uh, Long story short, if interest rates go lower, inflation goes higher because now everyone's spending more. More people spend, kind of like in COVID, right? More people spend, inflation goes higher, and it takes some time, right? It'll happen over time. Then the cost of living will go up. And then what do they have to do? They have to raise interest rates again to bring inflation down. And it's the same cycle that repeats itself. But if so in the short term, it may be, maybe bullish. But in the long term, I could get deep into it, but let's get into the watch list. After Wednesday, we have GDP on Thursday, which is big as well. So we have just a bunch of stuff coming up. It's gonna be like we got to take it day by day, level to level, and just trade safe. It's one of those weeks you just wanna, right? Let's make it to the other side safe. Wait for those next opportunities to present themselves. Earnings is coming up as well. Let's start off with SPY. Let's go to a 4 hour. Let's start on the daily, actually. Daily's not looking too bad. It's still showing signs of strength. Friday's close was a little bit concerning because, right, what is the trend right now? We're on an uptrend. We have a low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And technically, as long as we still hold that 604.7, that is our most recent higher low. So we can still continue to keep pushing higher. But this was a huge area of supply. What I would have liked to see for continuation to the upside is this supply to turn resistance, turn support, supply, turn demand. And we didn't hold it here on Friday. The fact that we did not hold, now that we are below it, I can use this area for rejection, that 609 area, right? If I start seeing signs of rejection here, then I can start taking this down back to that recent higher low, which is 605. Anything below 605, we come and retest 602. So I think the main two levels of interest this week is going to be that 605, below 605, 602. This is going to be a huge level. If things get weak for whatever reason, watch this level for either a bounce or a break and retest below. These are the main three levels I'd like to have on my chart. Um, Top of the zone, middle, and that 602. Reason I have 605 is because that's the most recent higher low. If that breaks, that can signify a reversal. If we fail to get back above 609, that will be a potential lower high, signifying reversal as well. So just looking for those signs here, right? So that's gonna be SPY. Simple game plan. Do we reverse the trend? Do we continue? Like I said, Monday, Tuesday could be slow. Going into that FOMC meeting. QQQ is very interesting as well. We rejected a very key level on Friday, which was huge resistance here, break above, support here, huge resistance January 22nd, huge resistance January 24th. And what do? We break this trend line, but we're still forming higher lows and higher highs. The most recent higher low is here at 528, 527.7, let's say. We broke the trend line. So if that higher low gets taken out, that is a sign of reversal. So anything, but this is kind of like a zone though. Notice how it's resistance here, support here, resistance here. So anything in this zone can still technically hold. If it gets below that, definitely expect 524 and 520. They could get to 520 fairly quickly if it fails 524, 526. So that would be the target to the downside. If the market gets strong and we take out and we hold as a higher low again above 533, I think Q's easily pushes to highs. So that would be a great scenario as well. We just have to see, do we hold the uptrend or do we not hold the uptrend? It's as simple as the trends and the basics. It always comes back down to the foundation and the basics. Okay? One of the weakest names in the market right now is Apple. Right? Apple has been relatively weak while the market's pushing all-time highs. SPY's pushing highs. Q's has been strong. Who hasn't? Apple has been weak. And if SPY and Q start to show weakness now, then it's going to give an extra dump to Apple. Apple can flush even more, right? Below 220, this can go down to 217, 215. It's forming, it's on a downtrend already, right? This one, you can clearly see it's on a downtrend. Compared to SPY and Qs, you can see, right? They're a little bit different, right? So it's relatively weak. SPY and Q show relative weakness. This one can also follow through. So below 219.5, room to 215. This could be a good setup. So just watching, do we form a lower high, take out the lower low, form a lower high, lower low, and so on, just following that trend, right? This is going to be one of my top setups for the week if we continue to show weakness. If we continue to show strength and the market picks up, Google looks primed for new all-time highs above 200, 201. Weekly just looks so strong. Daily also, right? We've been consolidating and forming this uptrend here. And right, we've been consolidating from really like December 11th all the way to January 24th. So the longer something consolidates, the bigger the breakout will be when it does break out. Right? There's a lot of consolidation here. And it's getting clearer and clearer that we are continuing to form higher lows as we push up to the resistance. Higher low, higher low, higher low. And that resistance seems to be getting ready to break out. If the market shows weakness, this will be a big resistance that can also fail. So just watching both scenarios here at this key level, that will be Google. If the market shows strength, watch Google for new highs. And it could be a multiple day continuation type of play since it is a higher time frame setup. Moving forward though, we have NVIDIA. NVIDIA formed a bearish engulfing, huge, engulfing two previous candles. And the nearest area, right? I don't want to chase puts on this just yet. I would like some type of pullback before, but this is a bearish chart pattern, candlestick pattern, sorry. So for a pullback, I will be watching this rejection level here at 144. Notice as resistance, support, support, resistance, support. That 144 area is huge. If we form a lower high there and we start to reject that area, we have room down to 140. That trend line is here. So if you want to see continuation, we'd have to get below 140. If we hold 140, we're starting to push back up to these. For the upside, I'm not really interested, to be honest, unless we get above 146, 148. Okay, so I'm not interested in upside for NVIDIA just yet. In that case, I'll be looking for like a Google or something else, you know? For this one, it's not giving me those signs just yet. So I want to keep the video short. So I'm gonna go over these last two. Tesla's showing weakness, right? Daily chart, it is showing a lot of weakness. We're starting to take out this recent low at 406, and that could push us down to 400, 390. Tesla is looking a little bit weak right now. as it's forming lower highs. So below 406, below that low, 400, and then 393. Meta is relatively strong on the other side. A bounce at 638, 636, that could be good. Microsoft, I was actually interested in this one. This is a huge area of resistance here. Look how it's support here, resistance here, support here, and then resistance here. So this is either a break and retest to the upside above this level, or if that trend line fails at 440, we have room down to 436. Simple either or setup. But that's gonna be it, guys. Right, I didn't drop a watch list last week because I've been traveling. In Japan right now. Shit is pretty cool so far. I got sick. That's why like I don't even want to talk too much because like my voice kind of hurts. But I hope you guys learned a lot from this video. Um, just keep it simple, foundation. Let's play it safe with all the economic data coming up, and then earnings. I think some names are reporting this week, towards the end of the week, if not next week. So trade safe, guys. And I hope you guys have a great trading week. Peace.